Hello everybody and welcome back to another Mukbang Monday. This is going to be our Halloween week special. So today we will be discussing love bombing and red flags with food from It's Sugar and Culinary. So Culinary today has brought us these little truffle arancini. Like it looks so delicious.
She ate hers already.
Today we have two guest speakers, but first, my name is Summer. Today I'm dressed up as a bloody lamb because I feel like this is what it feels like to be a woman.
Yeah.
Our guest.
Hi, I'm the guest speaker today, and my name is Ari.
As always, AJ here, and I am an amalgamation of things. I'm like a banshee-ist. I don't know if you can see my eyes. Oh, very ghostly, ghastly.
Hi, I'm guest speaker number 2. I'm Ryder. I'm dressed as a ghost, so if you can't see me on the camera, then my costume's working. I'm a much lamer ghost than you are. But I'm making it work.
Still good. You know my costume.
I'm Savvy. I'm from Demon Slayers, if you know. I'm Jenna. I'm Bingo from Blvd.
Ooh, I didn't know that. It's so cute. I love that. So for our Halloween candies today, I believe we have, what's over here? We got like a sushi gummy, got a carton of Whoppers, a lot of Whoppers, a Twix, what else we got here? What we got down there? We got some chips down there.
Yeah. I don't know rib chips. Yeah. It's rack of ribs, right?
Rib chips.
And we also have, I want to say, seaweed chips.
Seaweed chips. Ooh. So we just got an assortment of snacks today alongside the culinary food. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to dig in. Let's go for it.
Who's gonna eat these? Is your ghost pepper roulette?
Oh.
Ghost pepper roulette. Oh, hell. That's not the challenge today. All right.
Okay.
And one random subscriber gets our gets this.
We are all set to eat, y'all. Oh my gosh, I could eat all the candy all day, but just getting back around to our topics, I did want to shout out that October, aside from Halloween, is the month of awareness for domestic violence. If anyone you know is affected by domestic violence, please reach out. We do have resources to help you and your loved ones.
Today our topic is all about recognizing unhealthy patterns, power and control, and knowing when to get help. So first, we're going to talk about our red flags. And what are red flags? Red flags are patterns or behaviors that signal that something could be unhealthy. So you may have heard about this, you may know a friend that has gone through something similar, and some things that someone could do would be controlling your time, where you're at, dismissing your feelings, and guilt tripping you and isolating you from your friends. And the signs start very small, and they're very easy to miss. So it's very important that you catch them as they're happening and you recognize them before they get worse. Has anyone had like that? Any red flags? Like,
And like what? Yeah, what's your red flags? Yeah. Everyone's got their own. I feel like.
Oh,
yeah.
that's true.
So like red flags that we like see in other people, like something like.
Yeah, like you start getting into like a relationship with someone and they do something or say something and you're like, that's a major red flag. You know, like some people joke about it, but like sometimes there's like real things that connect to people's behavior.
Literally when they are mean to like waiters and waitresses, that's like the biggest one.
Yes. Yeah. You gotta be nice to the service industry.
I think it's important to note that a lot of red flags don't always start off as being red. Because I think a lot of red flags, when they are early on kind of presented to you, you get that off-putting sensation. It's almost like intuition. It's like, I don't know about this. But for a lot of abusers, they aren't going to come on strong. You're going to start off trying to kind of...
They're gonna mask it.
Yes, they're gonna mask it. The flag might not be red, it might be really, really green.
Oh.
And then over time,
most people are like willing to overlook things. So like if you're just meeting somebody, you're like, oh well, maybe that's just how they are, but maybe I need to like talk to them again. But why should you just kind of just like, you know, you make excuses a lot for people, right? So
Like, why are you trying to reason? Like,
Yeah.
your gut knows something before you do.
Yeah. If you see it once, it's probably gonna happen again.
Yeah, there's a phrase I really like that I heard once. When you're looking at the world through rose-colored glasses, all the red, oh my God, I forgot the quote. All the red flags just seem like flags. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what it is.
Heart-shaped.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like when you are so enamored and like, you know, and you're just really into that idea of someone or that idea that, you know, you want to ignore these things, all these red flags just don't appear to you. And you, they're not clogged. Yeah. So
It's not clogging.
exactly, not clogging
An
you.
actual thing like love blindness, like
Yeah.
it's that.
Love
Yeah.
blindness. And I feel like that definitely contributes a lot to like red flags because people are like, oh, you know, like, why didn't you see these red flags early on? I'm like, it's so obvious, but it's not obvious to the people who are with that person or like looking at that person from their perspective.
Exactly.
And then once that becomes normalized, you can also affect how you are in future relationships too.
Yeah.
So when you finally have someone that like treats you good, you kind of want to like, oh, this isn't normal. Like I'm kind of in fight or flight right now, you know?
Yeah.
That also kind of ties into love bombing, which is when someone that you've been with, maybe they feel like they're losing control of the situation, whether it's you're trying to leave, you're kind of opening your eyes to the situation you're in, and you want to separate yourself from it, and then they'll flood you with affection that they've been starving you of, basically. They create a dependency in you to need this spark, this emotion, a serotonin from them, and when they feel like you're beaten down to a certain level where you're just like, okay, I'm like, this is too much, I can't handle it. Then they'll like, here you go, here's everything that you've been missing, like here's everything that you need, and then they'll just, it's manipulative is what it is. It's a manipulation tactic.
I like leave you like little breadcrumbs.
Little
Yeah.
breadcrumbs,
Oh,
yeah, little
please.
trail. Oh
You don't see
yeah.
that giant trap like behind the breadcrumbs.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like I do it, but not. When I'm in relationships, I want the person I'm with to know that I care about them. Like I don't come from the angle like I'm gonna manipulate you, and it's like I care about this person. I want you to know that I care about you, and I want to do things to show that I care about you. And when that happens, I'm like, oh, do they think I'm doing that? Do they think I'm trying to love bomb you? 'Cause, like, it's just weird. Like, how do you, as someone who's like sign of affection is like gift giving and doing favors and stuff like that, how do you differentiate what you're doing with love bombing?
I think love bombing is more associated with like just stopping all of a sudden. Once you have them like in your grasp, you just stop it because you know they're never gonna leave you. I think what you're talking about, you just like to show affection like that. That's just your love language.
Yeah.
It's more consistent, if anything.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
consistent,
Consistency.
and you don't just stop out of nowhere.
Okay.
So it doesn't confuse the other person. Don't get worried.
Okay.
But I do see your worry about them thinking you're doing that to them because of how social media is these days. I guess they talk about that a lot, about like, oh, be wary of like, oh, if he's showing you all this affection at first, maybe just be careful. But I don't think it should be like that. I think we should just be happy and not have to worry about that. But it is a real thing, so it is something to be wary about sometimes, but not all the time. You know.
Yeah.
Now I'm scared that if I stop doing it in concern of them thinking I'm love bombing them, then they think I'm love bombing them because I stopped.
I think it's all about the intention, right? Because
Yeah.
you said that you have pure intentions and you are getting to know somebody and you're like, hey, I'm here, I care,
Yeah.
I like you a lot. Here's all these things because I want to show you I like you a lot. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm the same way, but like my intentions are very forward. Like I tell them like, you know, I'm here for you. I'm showing you this because like I like you a lot. It's not because I'm trying to control you or
Yeah.
anything, right? So it's all about intention, and also like I understand from like the other standpoint where you're like wary about them. It can be confusing, but I think just go with your intuition and hear what they're saying is really important too.
Yeah, I think also the fact that you're aware of that being an issue and you're aware that they might perceive this the wrong way and that's something you're trying to actively avoid, I think you're on the right path already. Because for a lot of people, they don't take that into consideration. Like they genuinely are love bombing, but I think what you're doing is you're educated and you're aware about something and you're trying to proceed in a way that is comfortable for both parties.
I was gonna say, I think it very much ties into like previous topics we've talked about, where communication. Yeah, like I think if you're openly like communicating that that's how, you know, you are with it, that's the difference. Whereas with love bombing, there is that very big lack of communication, where you'll just cut it off whenever you feel like, you know, you've gotten enough out of what you wanted from it. So if it's like, if you did stop, like if you said, if you did stop like your usual gift giving, like love language, I think that's fine as long as you still communicate with that person, you know, like show there's other ways of affection, and that's just pretty open with them, you know, rather than just just disappearing all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We have a quick question. Does love bombing only take place in like the beginning of the relationship?
So I would say love bombing is more a tactic used by people who are trying to manipulate someone in the relationship. So let's say you're in a relationship and in the beginning they're super sweet, and then over time they kind of were withdrawn, they started getting mean, nobody's emotional needs are being met, there was no communication, and you're just sitting here starving for affection. And then you express your concerns, they don't do anything about it, and then you express your maybe inclination to maybe end the relationship, and then all of a sudden it's, oh my gosh, I love you so much, and da 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 da, here's like, I'm doing all this for you, I'm picking you up after work, like I'm spending time with you, and then once you're like, things are going good, and they immediately stop. They stop doing it because they sense that you feel comfortable and you feel safe in the relationship again, and you feel that what you needed was like kind of fulfilled. And then they'll stop, and then they'll wait for you to starve, and then when you're starving, they do it again because they don't want you to leave. And it's this continuous cycle. Basically, it's abuse, is what it is, which is why I don't really like the term love bombing either, because there's no love involved in it. It's only manipulation.
It's just bombing.
It's just bombing, yeah, pretty much.
And speaking from like experience, because I had that happen to me, it was like good in the beginning. They were like super into me, and then, you know, as all relationships do, they kind of like hit like a comfortable point where you're like, yeah,
I don't have to try anymore.
yeah, like you know,
I
you're
got
getting
comfortable.
and you're like, yeah, I'll text you later, you know? But that's fine, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But when it became like a constant thing where we just felt more like friends, or I was neglected, then they would resume that when I would be like, oh my god, this isn't working out. And then they'd be like, oh my god, here's roses, you know, and I'm like, yes, a morsel of affection. So it's a really vicious
Feels like they're
cycle.
trying to gaslight you.
Yes.
Like everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's not.
Exactly. So to answer your question, it can happen at any time period. And it can, like, you know, obviously sometimes it doesn't happen right in the beginning, like that's not their intent from the beginning and the get-go, but it can happen, like, you know, if you're unhappy, it can show up then in arguments, and so that's why it's really important to recognize that.
So, one little anecdote I'd like to add. A while ago, I was getting into kind of a relationship, and I didn't realize this literally until we were talking about it, but I think I was love bombed. When it started out, I was getting gifts all the time. She was super affectionate with me, like together all the time. But then like one day, like kind of close to my birthday actually, nothing, disconnected. And I'm like, hey, you good? Nothing. This goes on for like more than a week. So I'm just like, and I see her in person, like, hey, are we good? And then she's just weirdly distant with me. So like at that point, I just kind of cut it off there. So like I don't want to be like trapped in this cycle of when you like me, when you don't, you don't. So it's crazy. You're talking about like all the symptoms of love bombing, like what they do, like they show affection and all that. It's like try and get you to stay. And I'm like, oh my god, those are the exact same things I went through.
Yeah. What?
It's okay. I mean, like, that's why we're here, to start revelations where you're like, oh my god, been there.
My mind is blown.
Yeah, you're just not alone in these experiences, you know? No one is.
And it's good you got out of it, like early on.
Yeah. It's good that you're like, I don't want this.
I'm worth more than that.
But, you know, like you said, like, you're like, oh no, am I love bombing? A lot of people don't do it intentionally. Most people they don't have bad intentions when they do things like this. Sometimes they just get convoluted in what their idea of love is. So it can be really confusing for people, and sometimes they're like, wait, no, I didn't mean to hurt you. And then they pull away, or like they get avoidant. And so it gets really hard And I don't want to demonize anyone that has love bombs. We're all through this and we're trying to understand this together. So this is a safe space for you, and recognizing that within you, anybody could do this. It can happen to anybody, and it's okay. Okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be between people in a romantic relationship. It can be between employers. It can be between anyone that you have a relationship that isn't romantic with.
Family, friends.
So love bombing, first comes idealization. So they make you feel perfect. Everything is fantastic. You're like the best person ever. And then that's when they pull away. That's the devaluation stage. They criticize you. They're like, what are you wearing? And you're like, is there something wrong with me? They control you. They're like, what are you doing today? I don't want you to go there. And then they discard you, lastly. And then that's when they make you start over again, where you're like, please love me. And then they're like, okay, I will give you a morsel. And you're like, yes, that's fantastic. And then they pull away again. And it's just, it keeps repeating and repeating and repeating. And so it's very important to know when to walk away. Like, good for you, right? You're like, I know my worth. Love that for you, kid.
It's a little more than that.
So knowing when you feel safe enough to be like, you know what, I am worth more than that. And importantly, it's when you feel anxious. Good love should not make you feel anxious. You should not second guess yourself, and you should not be apologizing all the time. Because what are you apologizing for? And so yeah, it's basically self-preservation, and I know it can be really hard to walk away from that, but really it's yourself first. And as we're going to close off pretty soon, it's important to know that genuine love is consistent, reciprocal, and it respects your boundaries. And love bombing is using affection as control and not connection. Those are very important to remember. And also, red flags hide under romantic gestures. So it's important to watch for patterns and not just sudden intensity that suddenly dies out. And yeah, that wraps up our topic of red flags and love bombing.
Well, before we get wrapping up everything else, how has everyone felt about the food today? Well, first, how was the culinary orange cheese? Yeah.
So good.
Oh,
It was really good.
I mean this in the best way possible. It's like those mac and cheese balls from Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
So good.
Good.
Give it a 10. It was really good. I've never had that before. It had rice, cheese, and truffle. So it's completely new to me, and I'm here for it.
So I'm a first timer with it too, so I would have to give it like an 8.8.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Get
fair.
specific with it.
Yeah, I know you got to give it room to improve. Yeah, you know what? I'll just round it out for myself. A solid 9. I mean, yeah, comparatively to the mac and cheese balls, it was just. I wish I had more.
Well, I agree. They made me feel like 2. If I were to get specific as well, I'm gonna go 8.3. It could have used more mac and cheese.
More cheese.
More cheese, and mac.
I'm gonna give it a solid 8. I would have ate 8 more actually, but yeah, they were really, really good. They're really good.
I give it like a 10. Is truffle mushroom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I love
Yeah.
mushrooms, so.
Then we did decorate with our favorite candies as well, but I feel like it's hard to rate Halloween candies. Everyone's got their own preferences, so I guess what was our favorites on the table, you know? What were we
I
feeling?
had requests before we started this today. My favorite candy growing up was Butterfinger, so I have the salted caramel one here. It was on sale. I love sales. And so thank you, MJ, for picking it up today. I think this one was really good. And I also requested Haichu, and like honestly, any flavor is like fantastic for me. I grew up eating like the entire pack in one sitting. So those were my favorite, and I'm really glad to have this. What was your favorite candy?
For me, an OG is the Whoppers. But I'll have to say, like, the gummy candy that's like sushi form, like, I thought it was pretty good too.
Yeah, it looks nice too.
Yeah. I will say I also had requests. Mine was the Whoppers. I'm so glad you loved it. And then my main one was Twix. Twix is always a great go-to.
My favorite thing on this table though was the Twix that you shared with me. Thank you. That was delicious. My favorite kind of candies are like chocolate peanut butter stuff. Reese's, I die for. Pieces and the chocolates. I just love chocolate and peanut butter together.
My favorite candy is candy corn. nothing can send me into a candy coma faster than candy corn.
You're all weird.
I know people either love
Everyone's
it or
got
they
their own
hate it.
preferences.
And you
Yeah.
guys are wrong. I'm sorry. So,
My second favorite I have to say is peppermint patties.
Ooh.
So yeah, I love a good peppermint patty. It's another one. People are like, oh, toothpaste.
That's
Leave
so
me
good.
alone.
I can't.
Anything chocolate covered in like a mint. Yeah,
I
that's
love
the one.
that too.
I'll see you on that one.
I think my favorite candies are probably Kisses. And I also like gummy clusters, but like specifically the blue bag. Those are really good. I have a bag of them with me right now. But on this table, I'd say my favorite were the strawberry belts, the sour strawberry belts, and these seaweed chips.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. And if you are listening on Spotify, congrats! We now have Mukbang Monday on Spotify for all you listeners.
Yeah.
Make sure to check us out on our other socials. We'll be posting this on Instagram, so follow us at Love Pono. And then, of course, our YouTube. We will be having the Mukbang Monday playlist on there as well. Thank you again to Culinary for that amazing food. And thank you, MJ, for picking up from It's Sugar. Whew, so much good candy today.
Thank you again to our guests for joining us. If you're interested in being part of a Mukbang Monday with us, you can go ahead and take a look at our form. It's in our link tree in our Instagram, or it'll be linked below the bio.
Now signing us off, thank you so much to our guest speakers today. My name is Summer.
My name is Ari.
It's been AJ.
Ryder.
Abby.
And Jenna.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a happy Halloween, everybody.